Hello, Mal. How lovely to see you. Thanks for making the time to speak with us today. So for those of you who don't know Mal, he's a psychologist up in the Northern Rivers. Malcolm Huxter is his full name. And Mal, you're also a Buddhist practitioner of many, many years, and you teach on the AABCAP course. One of the modules, in particular the one to do with mindfulness, and so I've asked you if you wanted to say a few words about this current crisis and how Buddhist practitioners understand what's happening in the community in response to the crisis. And I know that you've wrote a paper about this. And so I wondered if you could give us the gist of COVID-19 and the Four Noble Truths.
Okay, my pleasure. So I have written a paper. I haven't written a garbled mass of words at this point in time. It's not, I wouldn't call it a paper yet. And it's really a bunch of ideas that I've got together. And I thought the best way of understanding it would be putting it within the framework of the Four Noble Truths. Because the Four Noble Truths are the basis of Buddhism. It's the foundation of Buddhism, and it's what the Buddha taught. And basically the Four Noble Truths are these, and we'll do them section by section a bit later, but as a whole, they are, the first truth is that there is suffering. It's usually called dukkha, and in fact, the word for it is better understood, dukkha is better understood as unsatisfactoriness. That's the first noble truth. I'll give it details a bit later. The second noble truth is that there is origins of dukkha. And the origins of dukkha from a Buddhist perspective, the root causes of dukkha are greed, ignorance, and hatred. And again, I'll give a bit more details about that later on. The third truth is that it is possible to be free from dukkha. This is called nibbana or nirvana, and it is a psychological freedom from the binds of being caught up in suffering or dukkha. And the fourth noble truth is that there is a way to be free. There is a path, and this path generally involves the cultivation of practice of ethics and the development of meditation. Now, I'll just say this before we go on. The Four Noble Truths are often symbolically represented by a lotus growing out of a pond. The lotus is a beautiful flower that grows from the sludge and the slime and the mud at the bottom of the pond. So in this respect, the more compost, the richer the compost we have in the mud, the more beautiful the flower. And this is related to the Four Noble Truths as well. In fact, the richer the dukkha, the more powerful the insights we can have, and the more freedom, the more possibility we have for freedom. So, in fact, as far as COVID-19 is concerned, there's a lot of dukkha, there's a lot of suffering. And according to the Buddha, where there is suffering, there is also a possibility to be free. So COVID-19 could be like the mud at the bottom of a lotus, mud at the bottom of a pond, giving rise to a beautiful lotus. And we will see. That's my proposal.
Thank you, Mal. And already I sense this little bit of hope and even a bit of excitement arise inside of me. Yeah. And I look forward to hearing more about each of the Noble Truths and how it can contribute to growing, cultivating this lovely lotus. So thank you, and I see you in a moment.
Thank you.